Oh man, how am I? Get stressed, to be honest. But that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully we're now back on VATSIM. Yes, we are. I'm back. Right, where was I? Where was I? Let's load the route. Let's load the route. This flight's cursed. Guaranteed. Hugo, how you doing, mate? We're back. Benny, we're back. Yeah, Dan, it's been a rough old day. It's been a rough old day. Right, let's activate that. We are using runway 21 left out of Athens. I'm going to work out where that is precisely. Oh, easy. To show you on the chart. So here's us. We're going to be flying out of here. So push back, face north onto probably Echo, then we'll take Charlie, then Delta. And then hold at Delta 12. That should do us, shouldn't it? Oh, man. If anything else happens, I'm just going to rage quit and go and open a bottle of wine. Because there are several inside, because my darling wife being a teacher, and it being the last day of term, all these kids have brought her in bottles of wine, which is slightly weird when you think about it, like little kids bringing in like alcoholic drinks, but whatever. I'm not complaining, I get to drink it, so... Well, I get to partake in drinking it. That's the most important thing. Right. Right. Let's do Perfinet. How's GSX getting on? Have they finished boarding us? 125 out of 153, nearly done. We are so back. We are so back. Right, let's load that in. Execute. What happened, Oscar? My streaming PC lost internet. And it turns out you can't do a lot of streaming when there's no internet to stream with. 1008 is the QNH out of here. So we'll put that into proper money. 1008. Lovely. Oh, yeah, Ron, I forgot you're coming over to the UK. We need to go to a Greg's Bakery, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying. And you got to go to a Wetherspoons to get the full British experience. Good. Let's do our departure. Runway 21 left, and we are on the core 1 November. There it is. Hi again, and a very good evening. What happened to the stream? Yeah, it cut off. My my streaming PC's internet cut out, sadly. Which sucks a bit. But that's alright. Yeah. Good. Now we can think about doing our N1 limit. So, performance tool, LGAV, 2-1 left, import from aircraft, import the weather. We're going to do flaps 5, TO1. And we'll do a select temp of 47. And then we'll take off with flaps 5, which gives us 135, 136, 141, which is what is up here. That's good.
Pulling point Delta 12 for runway 21 left via Echo and Delta.
4.93 for the trim. Don't do the camera thing. No, I wouldn't dream of it. Although if I do it, it shouldn't have an impact now because we are... This is like a first time spawn, isn't it? So fingers crossed we'll be alright. Right, let's look at our star. Heading of 203. And our speed is 141 for V2. Let's get that in there. 141. We need to be above 6,000. And then we can crack on a bit. I'll put 6,000 in the window to start. Goody gumdrops. Right. Let's get that APU fired because we're going to need to head off in a minute. Do the yaw dampener. I'll be over there with the intention to leave this country cursed. Oh, you mean leave your cursed country? I see. The WinWing panels are great for this programming. Check out my setup. You want me to cry? I don't want you to cry, Nicholas. I just want us to all be happy. Life's hard enough. Right. Is that APU fired yet? We're waiting for this blue light here to illuminate. XYZ, hello? There we go. Right, let's take power from the APU. And we'll get our passengers belted up. We'll get our anti-collision light on. We'll do the logo light as well. Can't hurt, I suppose, can it? And we'll do the hydraulics and the window heat. And we'll leave the probe heat for after we are started. And get my parking brake. Oh, it already was on. How embarrassing. Who's that? Lanes to Trains, thank you for subbing on Twitch. Oh, you subbed with Prime. Damn, thanks, man. Whenever I see subscribed, I always think subscribed on YouTube, but actually a sub on Twitch is very, very different to a sub on YouTube, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Lanes to Trains. Your support is very, very much appreciated, because trust me, if we relied on ad revenue, I'd probably be upside down, to be honest, because the electricity the PC and the aircon uses to keep us cool in here would likely cost more. So I do really appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Flying Shamrock says, I'm thinking of upgrading my GPU as it is ancient. I already know I'll get the 7800X3D, but what GPU should I get that's not too expensive? Would I recommend the 5060 Ti? Depends what resolution you're playing at, really. Hey, Sebastian. Thank you for the brilliant streams. Wow, see how this one goes yet, Planes to Trains. It's not been the most promising of days for streams, I can assure you. Yeah, first of all, Shamrock, figure out what res you want to play at. 1080p, 1440, 4K, and then kind of go from there. Yeah, 5060 Ti, has that got... How much VRAM has that got? Has that got 16 gig? I wouldn't be comfortable recommending you to go 8, put it that way. I'm going to do a video soon as well. With this whole VRAM thing. Once Sim Update 3 is out, I'm going to do a video where basically is 1080p, can you even do that without busting over your 16 gig VRAM limit? So stay tuned for that one. I think that should be a fun video. What was I doing? GSX, that's what I wanted to do. Prepare for pushback and departure. Someone suggesting the 9060X.
Runway 21 left.
Also, let's just take a minute and appreciate nearly 60 FPS connected to VATSIM. No frame gen. At 4K. Still limited by main thread. But that's pretty good. 9800X3D is good. Am I streaming Thursday? Probably. Yeah, Benny, it's a bit of a late one. Bit different. I would like to do more like this, to be honest. Because I'm feeling like I'm really feeling the pinch at the moment. Because it's either like, if I don't stream at night, I stream in the day. And if I stream in the day, I don't have as much time to make videos. And I've got a list as long as your arm for making videos. Some of which I'm committed to make, which is fine. It's awesome. I'm just struggling to fit it all in. The other option is quit my job. But that's a bit drastic. So I'd much rather try and optimise my time a bit first. Audio's cutting in and out a bit. Oh, hey Christopher. That might be a YouTube thing. Might be a YouTube thing. I've had a few people say that recently, and other people are like, no, it's fine. Oh, who's that next to me? That's not Grumpy, is it? Surely not. Take two, take two. Oh, God, yeah, take three. Hey, RC. How do I subscribe on Prime? Honestly, Benny, never done it. I'm such a terrible Twitch streamer. Like, half the things that come up on Twitch, I'm like, oh, I didn't know it did that. Poolside Lion, how are you? First time chatter. Nice to see you. Right. I need to sort out my chase plane cam reviews, but I'm not in 2020 enough to bother about it too much. That's my problem. Let's get this out of the way. Because we're going to push back. We've got Ryanair over there. Oh, there's my tail. And an air knot. Oh, it's a plane. Okay, let's get back in the cockpit. So we're going to do nose right, tail left. That's the plan anyway. Hey, Offworld's in. Someone needs a prime example. Brilliant. I love to see that Offworld's puns are not reserved to daytime. Love it. Athens traffic, air knot 449, Delta stand Alpha 11, pushing back and facing north on Echo. Nose right, tail left. Okay, APU bleed on, packs off, that's good. Let's get engine numero 20 into ground. Fuel pumps would help, you stupid idiot. There we go, sorted. And now we can add some fuel. New Sky, why haven't you started yet? Jolly good.
Athens traffic, Olympic 105, lining up and will take off runway 21 left.
Am I a Gatwick ground controller by chance? No, I'm not. Thankfully for everyone on the ground at Gatwick, I am not. YouTube videos are a godsend, just upgraded to a 9070 XT, so finding optimum graphics settings. Awesome. Awesome, glad it could help. Thanks for watching. Oh my word, what did I just press? Okay, engine number 1 into ground. And we'll keep an eye on that N2 figure. Wait for that to get to like between 20 and 25. Are you using auto FPS or dynamic settings or anything like that? It's usually worth a look. Someone sounded just like me. Oh, damn. Lord Rabbit, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for following us. Okay, flight directors on and on. Rejected takeoff. LNAV can't be armed, I think, because we got an offset approach. VNAV can be armed? Yes, it can. Auto throttle can also be armed. Sweet. Two in one day. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be beaten, Tretch. I'm not going to be beaten. Oh, Benny, thanks for subbing, mate. Tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Damn, cheers, Benny. This is where I announce my retirement from streaming. That would suck, wouldn't it, if I did that? Yeah, sorry, guys. Let's get the taxi light on the go. Do we have 2 good engines? I believe we do. Damn, thank you, Benny. That's awesome. Thank you for subbing. For 3 months in advance as well. That's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I set everything to medium, realised I didn't have FSR3 on. Maybe leave it off. Oh, Tretch, we had a nightmare today. We're flying from Athens to Malta, and we had to go around at Malta, which, fine, like, no biggie. Go-arounds happen, and honestly, I don't go around enough, is how I feel. I feel like sometimes I probably should, and I don't. And as a result, I don't practice them enough, so I kind of suck at go-around. So I thought, actually, let's do the go-around, let's practice the go-around, let's try and get better, and then making our way around to loop around and wallop, crash the desktop. So I'm determined to finish this flight. Good. What are we cruising at?
Athens traffic, Ryanair 232, stand Alpha 05, pushing back out, code facing north.
836. Right, let's go. Athens traffic, Air Not 449 Delta, taxiing to runway 21 left via Echo, Charlie and Delta, holding at Delta 12. Shall we? Now then, where's Ryanair going to go? We'll wait for Ryanair. Actually, that's fine because...
Athens traffic, Air Not 23 Echo, pushing back from stand Alpha 13 to face north.
Auto.
Just started VATSIM, thanks to your flight SOTISM.
Thank you, buddy. That's so cool. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for the creepy text to speech. I always forget I've got that enabled, and it always sounds so creepy. We say flight SOTISM. Thank you so much. And it said TISM. That's brilliant. I'm glad they helped you. Honestly, like, I spent so long procrastinating over VATSIM, so I'm really glad that it can help anyone, really. That's amazing. But thank you for the dono. Very, very cool. Hey, Grumpy's in. It's the Boeing, not the GPU. I think I figured out what it is, Wasp. It was in my afterburner. For whatever reason, my undervolting profile had been disabled. Don't know why, but it has been. Okay, has that plane, the Air Not behind me, got enough room? Yeah, that'd be alright. Return to sender. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it was a graphics update or something, but it knocked out the profile, and I think as a result, that's probably what it was. Bit weird though, that, isn't it? I wonder whether I've got windows in the background.
Ryanair 232, taxiing Delta 12 via Charlie, via Echo, Charlie and Delta, hold till Delta 12 up in traffic.
Yeah, I wonder whether I've got windows in the background updating stuff. Oh my goodness, off-world. Oh man. Roaming charges. Dear oh dear oh dear. Alright, let's just follow Ryanair. Do I stream on anything else? What do you mean, Bradley? Name of the software, Flight Sim 2020 today. Did I hear about Innie working on the A380? Yeah. I do like the little rocking effect that it gives you.
Athens traffic, Air 023 Echo, taxiing to runway 21 by Echo Charlie Delta, holding Delta 12.
Follow the Ryanair, nice and easy. How you doing, Matthew? Welcome, welcome. Oh, I do miss this plane. I can't wait for it to get into 24. I think once this plane gets into 24, and chase plane, I could make do with chase plane. I love chase plane, but once this gets to 24, I sort of feel like I can move off of 2020. Mostly. Is it X-Plane or Flight Sim? It's Flight Sim. Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah. This late indeed, Insight, yeah. No messing today. Double shift today. Back on nights. Headings to go. Cheers, man. Greetings to you in Thailand. Really, Wasp? What on earth have you sent me? What happened on the first attempt? Crashed the desktop. We had a go around, which was fine. Don't mind a go around. No shame in it. I feel like a go around is like on your driving test. If you stall it, it doesn't matter. As long as you do it properly and recover. It was the crash to desktop that followed promptly after that was the problem. (328) Foxtrot. Oh, you flying along again, Oscar? Yeah, the weather's fantastic. I assume we've got live weather on. It almost looks too good. I've scrolled the time back. Just so we can have some daylight, but live weather is on. So yeah, this is it. Second go of it today. With a bit of luck, we'll be wheels down at Malta by 10. And I'll have a glass of red wine in my hand by 10:15 in front of the telly. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And it is quite big, Matthew. That's the only thing. I thought about that. I thought I would sort of... It's got two little things underneath it that are easy to, unscrew. If you can sort of slide it along your desk, maybe, to a different part of your desk, that might be a good way to do it. Is there a way to save the load state on the PMDG? I set it to cold and dark, but the next flight APU was on. Yeah, there's a default state. There is a default one you can set. This is 737, Aaron. I think I've made my mind up. I'll get the 7800X3D, 5060 Ti, 16 gig, and a new motherboard. Not sure which one. Yeah, I wouldn't overspend on the motherboard. I just got a B850 board for my 9800X3D. Which aircraft do I like the best? Oh, I don't know, man. It's a difficult question. I like the variety. Be quite honest with you. I need to get my eye tracker to interface with Chase Plane, but I don't have the time tonight. Do I use FSLTL model matching? Yeah, I do. FSLTL. Okay, parking brake set.
Traffic, Liner 232, lining up runway 21 left, Athens traffic.
How are we looking on the New Sky tour? Not bad. I'll show you in a minute. Once we get up in the air, we'll have a look. We'll wait for Ryanair to get on the roll.
Athens traffic, Liner 232, taking off runway 21 left, Athens traffic.
So there's nothing on short final. No, there is not. Athens traffic, Air 449 Delta behind the Ryanair departing, lining up on 21 left. Athens traffic. Grim and steady, landing lights on, engines are in continuous, and we'll do Tara start the clock. Let's get out there. Come on. Thank you. How you doing, David? Right. Shall we go to Malta? Shall we? Just check all my lights are on. Engines are in continuous. Strobe and steady. Anti-collision's on. That's all on. That's all good. APU is off. Athens traffic. N 449 Delta taking off runway 21 left on the core 1 November departure. Athens traffic. Right. Let's rock and roll. Bit of forward yoke pressure. Hold on the brakes.
Athens traffic, Rhino 232, parking 4000, call 1 November, departure, climbing flight level 360.
Bring that yoke back. Come on, Malta. Let's be having you.
Athens traffic, Air Not 23 Echo, lining up runway 21 behind 737.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. I always feel like the PMDG wants you to pitch super high. Like that was beyond 20 degrees of pitch then. How about that for a departure, eh? Ah, 2020 still got it. Let's bring that nose down a bit. Let the aircraft accelerate. Athens traffic, Air Not 449 Delta, just approaching 3,000 feet on the core and 1 November departure. Athens traffic.
Athens traffic, Air Not 23 Echo, taking off runway 21 for the core 1 November departure.
Okay, let's put 360 in the window. Whoop. There we go. Autopilot on. And enjoy the departure. If it is more of a twisty departure, I'd have probably hand flown more of it, but honestly, we've got like 20 miles of straight line ahead of us, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather not. Is the PMDG 737 available for 24? No, not yet. Oops. Athens traffic, Air 449 Delta, climbing now flight level 360 on the core 1 November departure. So just looking through our routes. This is us. And we will wriggle our way down. When we get to Lorad, we'll go direct to Kekor and then just kind of come along here, fly base, and then pick up the ILS, and in we go. And if we need to go around again, we will. Because we're not afraid of a go around anymore, are we? Right, coming up on 10,000. Standard pressure we go. And we will turn the lights off. Engines back into normal. Flaps are up. Unicom is tuned. Everything is fine and dandy. Right. I'll be back in about an hour. Joking. I'm joking. I would say we do Wordle, but we did that earlier. Shamrock, yeah, you'll need new RAM if you're going from AM4 to AM5. You need to get DDR5. That was one of the things that held me back from going from 5800X3D to a 9800X3D. Hey Ricardo, how are you? There she goes. This is a very pretty departure though, even if there's not much hand flying to be done. Look at that. Look at the screenshot. Oh, okay. Is that me taking off? That's pretty cool. Show everyone. Have a good flight, Ricardo. What cost index? I think, hang on, let me check. Simbrief will tell us. 80. I thought it was 80. X-Plane or Flight Sim 2020? Well, I'm playing 2020 at the moment, but most of the time we're in 24. Can you tell me if I'm still subbed on Twitch so I don't have to log in? I don't know if I can. How do I do that? I don't think I'm logged into Twitch on my streaming PC. Not in the browser, at least. What the hell? Why won't LNAV engage then? There it goes, it'll go now. Thought we'd taken that turn a bit wide. Forgotten we're in heading mode. Nice. James is flying too. James, you the Ryanair? You were, weren't you? Aaron's flying as well. Who else we got on the ground? Got a Lufthansa, and Oscar's on the ground as well. Sweet. What's the top route tonight? Heathrow JFK. That's crazy, isn't it? We're still number 6 though. Look, there's 5 of us going from Athens to Malta. That's pretty good, isn't it? That only takes like 5 of us to do that and we're topping the charts. I guess that goes to show how like diverse all the routes are. That's cool though. It's cool. I feel like I'm going to need a drink in a minute. Not like that kind of drink, although... No, I better not. Although... We were top earlier. We were top on this route. That's still a long way though, isn't it? Especially setting off this time of night. Like, you're going to get there at like 4 in the morning. Please explain how difficult or easy it is to start using VATSIM. Oh, that's a big question right there. That is a big question. Big, big, big question. I've done a video on it. On the channel. How to start on VATSIM without the stress. I would probably point you towards that, to be honest with you. I do LHR to JFK so often. Yeah, see, I don't understand what people do. Like, Oscar, you're saying you do Heathrow to JFK. Like, what on earth do you do? Like, if you're not... I find it weird that people do it, but then just do something else while they're doing it. At which point are you even doing it still? Does that make sense? Like, not trying to discredit anyone, but it just feels weird. I think where I took issue is that people said to me, like, oh, you can't do time acceleration, that's cheating. But apparently going to bed isn't. That's very strange to me, that attitude. Speeding up time is wrong, but literally being unconscious behind the wheel is fine. Like, I could maybe get behind doing it, like doing across the pond or something, but much beyond that, I don't know, man. It's a lot to do one every week. I think I would get bored. Like Matt saying, just wrapping up Newark to Palmer, bored senseless. I stay on my mini mine destroyer. What's that, your phone? I mean, in cruise, like if I had like a second PC, I could play some Call of Duty, I guess. I could do that. That could be a thing. But I feel like if I'm gonna stream, like if I was just to kick back now and watch a film, you guys would be like, oh, this is a crap stream. So I feel like if I'm gonna do it and stream it, I have to be like in host mode, if that makes sense. Which is a bit weird. Because that's a long time to remain in host mode. A long time. Not that I'm particularly different on stream to what I am normally, but it's still different. Like I wouldn't just sit here and scoff a plate of food and ignore you for half an hour. I feel like that'd just be like a bit of a crap stream. Don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And it'd feel weird to me to go to bed and leave it on. Just on the basis of the electricity that it would cost. Like, especially overnight when there's no solars going for it. Swedish controller, how are you? Nice to see you. Should watch a film in flight, as in-flight entertainment. Watch along for those with Netflix. Yeah, copyright comes into it then. That's the trouble. Like, yeah, I'd love to catch up on, like, all my TV shows. But it would be a bit... I would get copyrighted to death if I did that. With our lovely new in-flight entertainment system... I mean, I guess in a way it's good if people do it and they're looking for something to watch because they can watch me. I suppose. So I stand to benefit from it. In a weird kind of way. Play War Thunder on the other PC. Thing is, like, it sounds ridiculous. Oh, bloody hell. It sounds ridiculous, but I've got a streaming PC and I don't really want to do anything else on that in case it impacts the stream. Then I've got my sim PC and I don't really want to watch anything on that because it's obviously doing the sim. Unless I have a third PC. Like, it sounds ridiculous then, doesn't it? I know a Ryanair pilot, he's a first officer, and he said in one flight him and the captain watched Netflix the entire cruise. Wow. I mean, it is a big thing, isn't it? Pilot boredom is a big thing. Nice one, Oscar. Probably already mentioned it somewhere, but what are my PC specs? Well, that's recently changed. Swedish controller. I've got a 9800X3D now with a 7900 XTX. I need to update my website to reflect all the changes that have taken place, actually. Oh, what a nice view. Right, what time are we due in to Thingy Bob? Wherever it is we're going. Malta. Can I take a shortcut? I think we can, can't we? Should we go Sodmo? Is there any traffic around that's going to get in our way if we do that? Let's go back to the map. Right, so according to the plane, it's currently 1540 Zulu because I've changed the time of day. We're going to get into Malta at 16:55, so hour and a quarter to go. Easy. CLE, can I fly out of CLE? Where's CLE? Could always get my tools out and build something on stream. Yeah, that's an idea, isn't it? Something like that. If we get like a Lego cam, I could start building Lego. Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, cool. Haven't actually flown into America at all on VATSIM. Feel like we should though. I'm a loadmaster for Frontier. Cool. Nope, never. Always been in Europe. Having too much fun in Europe. Controllers can be very friendly, to be fair to them. Had a great time flying over there. Oh man, Airfix models. Haven't done one of those in years. Years and years. Flies to the Caribbean, yeah, that'd be cool. How do you make the easy, the overlay in SimToolkit Pro? You have to go into the streaming section and it gives it to you. It gives you like a little web browser link that you can plug into OBS. So it's only for OBS. It's not to overlay into the sim. So I can't see it on my monitor here, but it's purely for the sim. Europe 122.8 only. Meanwhile, in the USA, CTAF is required within 10 miles of an airfield. And each airfield has its own CTAF, right? Is that how it works? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Edit the design. Oh man, I had to like HTML and CSS it and make graphics and all sorts. I used to be a web developer, so I'm kind of okay with that sort of stuff. But yeah, to explain how to do it, I probably couldn't explain how to do it over here, if you know what I mean. I saw your video on the Pimax Crystal Light. Do I still fly VR off stream? Yeah, when I can. The problem is having the time to do it, because I feel like any potential flying time I should stream. And obviously the Pimax doesn't really lend itself to my streaming setup and habits. That's which is a shame. It's why I said in the review really that I feel so conflicted by it, because it's like it's so flipping good. It's just I'm not going to get a chance to use it that much, which is a shame. Unless I just did it for me. But if I was just to randomly fly on my own, in the back of my mind I'm always like, you should be making content, you should be making a video, you should be doing a stream, you should be editing that thumbnail, you should be doing something else that isn't just playing, which is bad, and I need to keep an eye on that, because I don't want to end up in a position where all I do is stream and make videos and burn out on it and leave nothing fun for myself, if you know what I mean. So I kind of feel like the Pimax is good for that. It's good for that, because it's like as soon as I put that on, it's like we're just having a good time now. Not that I'm not having a good time now, but let's be real, making content is incredibly enjoyable, incredibly fulfilling creatively and all the rest of it, and I love it. But it's work. So it's quite nice to have something that's a bit of fun. Thrustmaster, with all their Ava add-ons that they sent over, I don't know if you saw the video, they sent like all these extensions to add to the Ava base to make it like a sort of helicopter style with the little gooseneck bit on the end, the upgraded damper kit. I'm using that in the house to fly around for a little bit of fun, because sometimes there are evenings, like tomorrow evening, my wife's going out. What the hell? I didn't press that button. That's weird. Yeah, tomorrow night my wife's going out, and obviously I can't get out to the shed because I've got to be in the house to take care of the two kids if they need anything. Like if they get out of bed, obviously I need to be there. So I will use the house PC, and the Ava base has sort of become my in the house thing. So it's really nice. If you are interested in the VR stuff, maybe get subbed and ring the bell, because there'll be something cool coming soon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Can't say what, but you can probably guess. It's unfortunate that VR doesn't translate so well to a streaming audience. Yeah, yeah, because of course once I've got the headset on, I can't see my chat monitor, I can't see my charts, I can't see my hardware. Like generally I sort of grab onto my sort of hardware, you know, stick, throttles or whatever, and hang on to them for dear life. I have a 7900 XTX with a 7800 X3D and play in VR with the Quest 3, thinking of upgrading one piece of the hardware. What's that then? How are you using the Airbus throttle with a Boeing yoke? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. There's a video about it on my YouTube channel where I discuss it. I think it's a really good option. A, for Airbus, because we fly a lot of Airbus. Because I mostly fly Airbus, don't I, Wasp? It's very, very good for Airbus, obviously. But it's also incredibly good for Boeing. Because most of the time, when you're on final approach and you're doing manual throttle, the range in which you're doing manual throttle is beneath the climb gate. So the gates don't get in your way. And if you're doing a flex takeoff anyway, I've mapped one of the little red buttons on the side to be the shortcut for when you click the little screw to give yourself a flex takeoff. So you don't even need to move the throttles really, because the plane will just do it. All the way through cruise you don't touch them anyway. So it's not really an issue. I feel like these work really, really well for Airbus and Boeing, but the Boeing ones wouldn't work as well for Boeing and also Airbus. I love the SSW winglets on the livery. Nice. Am I using chase plane? Yep. When you had your VR headset, you used to remove the rubber nose guard so I could peer out through the gap. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I've got a really fat piece of foam on mine. Pimax sent me an extra thick bit of foam because I sort of said about being a glasses wearer. So they sent like an extra fat one, which is really cool. Nice and comfy with the glasses. And it also just puts a little bit more distance between the lenses of my glasses and the lenses of the VR headset, because I was like properly freaking out about the two like sort of grinding up against each other, and then you're just going to scratch your glasses and your VR headset lenses, which would suck. Beautiful. Shall I shortcut us, or should we do the whole thing today? How far have we got to go? I don't want to... Yeah, I'm going to cut off Ryanair if I do that. Mind you, it is quite a big corner, isn't it? Do you reckon if I go direct to Sodom, or Sodmo, sorry, will I beat Ryanair sufficiently? Or am I going to be right on top of him, given the distance?
Ryanair 232, redirect Sodmo.
Hey, there we go. NR 449 Delta, direct Sodmo, following the Ryanair. Let's go to Sodmo. So it was 16:55 we were due in, wasn't it? Now we're doing the shortcut. 16:54. Is that all it's done? Seriously? Surely not.
Mind your speed, we're doing Mach 0.77, so just don't run into us.
That's all good, we'll go 0.77 as well, thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
In fact, I'll go 0.76. Can't wait for the next Wind Wing throttle announcement. Yeah. What will I do with my extra minute? I might go and get a drink, actually. Boeing has subscribed to me. Look out, Boeing's here. Wasp, is that you? Is that your alt account? I bet that's Grumpy. 100% that's Grumpy on his alt account. All day long. Oh no, we've got another minute. Easy peasy. Yeah, whatever, Wasp. We all know it's you. Can't wait for the next Wind Wing throttle. Sorry, no, you're probably Thrustmaster sponsored. No, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I mean, they send stuff for me to check out, but like, I'm not, you know, there's nothing like that going on. I mean, I use a Moser AB9 to fly Airbus. So, yeah. Like, nothing like that going on. Got a great relationship with them. Nice people. Always like talking to them, having nice chats with them. Always cool to see where they're at, what's going on. But yeah, there's no like exclusivity, there's no deals. I mean, I bought a lot of Frostmaster stuff myself. Like I like it, it's good stuff. So it was a no-brainer to work with them when the opportunity came up. Have I ever considered the Honeycomb Bravo? I'll be honest, all eyes are on Windwing at the moment, I think, for me, for that sort of stuff. The Moser's awesome. Moser is awesome. I've still been hesitant to do VATSIM. I want to be more confident in doing holds and go-arounds. Yeah, that's fair enough. And that's really like learning the plane, isn't it? Which is kind of really good advice with VATSIM in general, is just know your plane. Know your plane. The thing that got me over the tipping point, because I was like forever like, oh, I really want to fly in VATSIM, I really want to fly in VATSIM, but I always felt like I couldn't do it and I'd be bad and blah 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 blah. I started doing observer flights. So if you haven't installed vPilot yet, once you get it installed, you can connect to VATSIM, obviously, but you can tick a box to connect in observer mode, and that means that you can see everyone else, but they can't see you. If you press push to talk, they'll be able to hear you, because observer mode is designed to, if you're going to do shared cockpit, you wouldn't want you and the person you're sharing with to spawn twice on VATSIM, so one of you would go in as an observer, so your plane won't actually spawn, but you can still take part in comms, because it might be that you're running comms and the other one's flying, for example. But as long as you don't push to talk, you can basically go into stealth mode on VATSIM, pick someone to follow, and you can kind of just follow them and pretend you're them, listen out for their radio calls, maybe say out loud, obviously not while pushing press to talk, say out loud your response, see if it matches what they say, see if you're planning in your head what they are going to do. Like when they get their taxi instructions, try and work out what you think you should do and see if it matches what they do. That's probably the best thing. Oh, look out, we got an idiot in YouTube Vertical. What a surprise. Let's dispatch. See you later, buddy. Good luck with the rest of your life. You're probably going to need it. Right. Next. Always YouTube Vertical, isn't it? Chelsea's in. How are you doing, Chelsea? Same Tensions is good too. Yep, first place says. After I've recovered from the new Mine Destroyer, I'll be buying a Moser and FSI stick. Nice. Yeah, like Grumpy says, you won't regret it. Oh, it's alright, Wasp. It was in YouTube. Just YouTube Vertical. It's all sorted. Ever do any flying around New Zealand? We have done. I would like to go back, because that's a very cool place. Why don't I do IRL time? Because it would be pitch black and we wouldn't be able to see the awesome scenery. Can you still use the Airbus throttle with Boeing in Flight Sim 24 or just 2020? Both. I use spad.next, which is very handy. Who's that? I didn't know that was you. Ryanair 232 gave me a heads up. Oh. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, because 232 is sometimes my call sign, isn't it? I don't know why I always do 232. People always ask me, and I've never got a good answer. Yeah, crashed the desktop, Derek, sadly. Can we do Malaga to Birmingham soon? I tell you what, when Pirigi come out with their Birmingham scenery, we'll do something like that. That'd be cool. Go on in, Chelsea. Compared with the 320 sim I tried out, how close is the Moser in replicating it? Secondly, how is my XTX performing? I'm looking to upgrade from a 3080 10 gig. Yeah, so it was really, 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 really good timing. Because I went up to Gatwick to Infinity Sim Wings to have a go in their new sim that they've built. And it's like so cool because it is right next to the airport. Like, right next to it. I got out of the car and like this bloody great A350 came out and I was like, oh my goodness, because like you're right next to 08 right. Like you're not on the airport. If you look at Gatwick on a map, you kind of got the runway that sort of goes like that or like that. And then you got this little industrial estate that kind of pokes into the grass and it's just in there. So cool. But yeah. That video was very good timing really because I had that kind of feeling of that stick in my mind, so fresh. And it was literally, God, I don't know, 2 days before that Moser got in touch. And I sort of went up there thinking, right, really, really remember how this feels. Because Moser are going to be sending their stick. And then I went away to Innsbruck on holiday. And I was like, oh no, am I going to forget while I'm in Innsbruck? Luckily I didn't. Came home and started playing with the Moser and I was like, yeah, this is the closest I felt to the stick in that sim in Gatwick. Like it's very close. Very, very close indeed. Not with the default Moser profile though, because Moser claimed to have an A320 profile built in. I would sidestep that. I wouldn't bother with that. I went to V1 who has a profile that they've developed, like, you know, people in V1's community, and you just download the little file and you can drop it into the stick and then the stick just feels totally different instantly, which is pretty cool. That's kind of the power of it really, because 1 minute it can feel like one aircraft type and the next minute by switching out a profile it can look like something completely different. As for the XTX, we had a crash to desktop this afternoon. However, I think I've identified why that was. I undervolt my XTX, and I kind of have to, because without it, it crashes all the time. Like I can't get through a round on Call of Duty without it crashing. If I leave it in its default state out of the box, and it really annoyed me because I quite like playing Call of Duty, and yeah, just couldn't get through a round of Warzone. Quite often can't get through a round of Warzone anyway because I get shot, but that's not the point. It would crash the desktop, super annoying. Then I undervolted it, and the problem went away. And this evening I noticed that the undervolt profile had been disabled, which means that's probably the reason for the crash. So we'll see. Rhino 232, NOP 449 Delta, used to let Mach 0.77.
Affirmative.
Cool. Roger, thanks. We'll go 0.76 for hopefully get us a bit of separation along route.
Yeah, I can excel, so I might push 7.8 for you, so yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Is that a problem with the card or an external problem, out of curiosity? Don't know. Ian trying to pronounce Teterboro. Oh my word, Lewis. That's the danger of being a streamer. Yeah, I don't know, Chelsea. Like a lot of people have said, there's a lot of issues with it. I can show you what I've set mine to. if you want to have a look. If you really are interested. So performance tab, then I go to tuning. CPU we're not worried about. Get rid of that. Hey, the new CPU cooler's working. 57, that's pretty good. The Peerless Assassin taking care of business. So I have got my minimum frequency set to 2400 megahertz, my maximum set to 25, and then the voltage is 1120, which is lower. I think it's 1150 by default. And you can get away with that because you never really, because I think this goes to 29 by default. VRAM tuning I put to 2700, which is an overclock technically, but you have to put 2714. So whatever you want it to be, you have to type in 14 megahertz more. There's a 14 megahertz offset. I don't know why. There just is. And then I crack the board power up to 15% beyond what it, so it can do 15% extra power basically. And fans I've just left alone. Fans seem okay. There doesn't seem to be a massive issue. Temps seem completely under control at 62, 72. Not too shabby. Drawing 230 watts of power. Which ain't bad. I'm in 2020 at the minute, Chelsea, believe it or not. I'm in 2020. Good afternoon from Fort Worth, Texas. Damn. Hey, Robert. Would I be able to fly a real commercial jet? Probably not, truth be told. I don't know. I mean, before I went to Gatwick, I was like, absolutely not. But having flown in that, maybe in a push. Yeah, Lee, second go. I'm not going to be beaten by it. Not being beaten by it, not tonight. It was annoying me all afternoon, that crash to desktop. And then the opportunity to stream presented itself, so I was like, F it, we're doing it. Is it the same as in the video? The only thing I've changed, Chelsea, is I've lowered my texture res from ultra to high, just to save a bit of VRAM, although you could argue now that I could get away with it. But I'm loving the FPS in 2020. More or less 60. Connected to VATSIM. 9800X3D is cooking. You go outside, it goes even higher, look. It's still cursed. Don't say that. Was it a full motion sim? No, it wasn't. Took a long time to get used to it though, because of course I'm so used to, you know, flying like this, and to line yourself up with the runway, you sort of pick a point, don't you, like on your dash. I don't know, maybe here, and you line that up with the runway. But of course, when you're sat in like an actual thing, it's all physical, and it's like I was really struggling to line myself up. And then Hanny said, he goes, "I'll show you a trick." I was like, "Go on then." He's like, line the runway up with your left knee, or your right knee, sorry. Like with your right leg, just sort of, you know, line it up. And I was like, oh my God. That's like the best tip ever. Like all of a sudden it just all started coming to life. I was like, I get it now. Like it's like I understand. I fully understand it now. Yeah, to be honest, whilst I do wonder whether even going to medium, whether we'd notice a difference.
For 9 Delta, this is Final 232. We are flying 0.79 just to keep that separation up.
Appreciate it, thanks. Not 449 Delta. Yeah, I'd love to go back up to Gatwick. When I did my engine ground run training, we had to do full motion sim. Very disorienting. One guy had to leave and have the motion turned off. No way. When landing the bus, I used the space between the PFD and the NFD screens. The ND screens. Yeah, I mean, once you go into a real sim, that's all gone. Yeah, like when Hanny said, just imagine like a line extending out from your leg, from your knee, from your right knee, and just sort of imagine that and just try and lock that onto the runway, sort of the extended centre line of the runway. And I was like, oh my goodness, like it's those kind of tips that you can't put a price on, really. No, it's just so cool to be able to sit with Hanny and just pick his brain, really, because like he's got thousands of hours in the real thing. He even had the door of his old plane. It was I think it was British Midlands that got bought by British Airways, wasn't it? And I think the plane he used to fly was G-Mids, M-I-D-S or something, was the reg. And yeah, they let him have the emergency escape door from it when they decommissioned it. So I thought it was really cool. So he's got that in there. Ground's online. Sweet. So they are. It's good news. Yeah, Wasp. Well, we were thinking about. I was trying to work with them a little bit. So I put a post up a while ago saying about like a group session, because the biggest complaint that I had feedback from, and I think yeah, they were saying they come up against it too, is that it's the price. But honestly, there's not a huge amount they can do about the price, because you know it cost them £250,000 to build it. And yeah, they've got ongoing costs. They need a wage. Like this, like there's not a lot we can do about the costs in terms of that. Oh yeah, I did that one, Lee. And so we kind of thought, well, what if we did like a group day where, I don't know, maybe 5, 8 or 10 of you go along, and you divide the cost. So you take the place for the day, divide the cost by the number of people that go, and then we just all sort of have a nice day together and do some landings, one after the other. You know, take turns. You know, egg each other on, like all that. You know, good stuff. Maybe there'll be a prize at the end of it.
3 Foxtrot zone to Mike decimal 65 for separation traffic.
So that was. I need to catch up with them actually and see where we are with that, because I think they were trying to organise people to do that, because they had a few people that signed up for it. There was talk of me attending, although I haven't heard any details beyond the initial kind of figuring it all out stage. I can always repost the link. $535 for 90 minutes. Damn. Yeah, it ain't cheap, is it? Yeah, that is Oscar, I believe. Oscar's going to slow though, I think. I think that was just him on Unicom. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, before you head back to the US, you'll have to pop into Gatwick, go and see Hanny. And see Hanny and Ethan. What's my graphics card? 7900 XTX. Someone says, is that an expensive setup? It's like, well... yeah, I don't like to admit it though. Right, when's top of Doodah? Here it is. I mean, you're not a million miles away from Gloucester at Bristol, Ryan. If you wanted to do the 7-3 sim. I've got to be honest, I thought it was a bit weird, that sim. No, Oscar, I don't, mate, no.
Final 222, direct contact DOR.
Right, so we're going to go Lorid, then straight to Kekor. I think will be my plan. Lorid, then Kekor. Malta traffic Air 449 Delta. After Lored, we're going to go direct to Kekor to pick up the ILS 431. Assuming that's still the runway. Yeah, it is. Any other places I need to visit other than Greg's? I would go to a Wetherspoons if I were you. Yeah, it is working now, Romeo Kilo. I put a video out about it a little while ago, actually. It's a good... It also works in Sim Update 2, I think. Last I checked. Yeah, Ryan, you got to treat yourself to a Wetherspoons while you're here. I say treat yourself. I mean, that could be taken... Well, yeah. So where are you going? You're going to Bristol, Ryan, is that right? So what are you doing in Bristol? Like the touristy stuff like SS Great Britain, that sort of thing? Wasn't it Bristol Zoo? Where there was a guy who literally would turn up every day in like a high vis and take money for the car park, and everyone just assumed that because he was there every day, because he was in a high vis, he was obviously allowed to be there, and he just took an absolute fortune in parking money. I'm sure it is at Bristol Zoo that happened. Oh, you go and see the Concorde then after you go into Stonehenge. Cool. Stonehenge is quite a long way from Bristol. Bristol Zoo car park's really weird as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was there. Because it's kind of in the city. And to have a big car park in the middle of a city like that is... Yeah, it's always going to be a bit of a conflict. Yeah, Stonehenge, you're going to have to go out on the A303 to get to that. Benny says you got to get a chippy. A proper UK chippy. I got to be honest, I don't really like fish and chips. Where are we flying? Flying to Malta. Yeah, Bath's quite far. Off-scale traffic. Is that Oscar?
traffic.
Oscar, are you setting off my TCAS? Hey, monkey. How long do we land? We should be there in just over half an hour. Half an hour exactly. Hey, Tiger.
232, accelerating point in 10 miles.
It is a 737. Bristol Zoo in the city shut down. Damn. Shows how long ago it's been since I've been there. Oh, Wasp, you finally done it. Finally set your thing to Grumpy Bus Driver. Amazing. See, now when I say where's Grumpy, people will know who I mean. Sticky toffee pudding. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've probably gone off fish and chips lately. I feel like it's so expensive. And I feel like it's just quite a... not that great. Like, it always used to be when I was a kid that, like, fish and chips was like a cheap takeaway tea, basically. Whereas now, it's like, my God. Like, for all four of us to have it, it'd be like 40 quid? About a tenner a portion? And it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to spend that, I might as well get like a proper takeaway, like an Indian or a Chinese or a, you know, Korean or something, that's like a bit, something you can't easily make at home. Because I could easily just make some fish and chips at home, to be honest. It's not that hard. Whereas I would really struggle to make a decent curry, like the Indian takeaway can make a good curry. Grumpy Boeing driver. Oh, God. We'll get you in that freighter eventually. Do I play VATSIM? Yeah, we're on VATSIM now. Right. Information Alpha QNH 1012. One of the great features of the Boeing. Wasp. Grumpy, I should say. That's going to be the thing that I'm going to keep saying Wasp, aren't I? My daughter had friends over tonight, got them McDonald's. 60 quid for 6 of them. Is that delivered? Is that like... Because I can't get any of that, like Uber Eats or deliver it. Like, you know, I live in the back end of nowhere. Like, I get nothing around here. And when we were in London and in France, in Nantes, we tried to do it. And the prices were definitely inflated on the app. Like, there was the delivery fee, but also the items were dearer. How far is London from me, out of curiosity? From me? God, probably like 4 hours plus. I'd have thought. Only just got to well, it has been a bit iffy lately, to be honest. We've been having a lot of power cuts. If we have one tonight, I'm just going to cry after the day I've had with technological issues. Right, Grumpy, pay attention. Put 3,000 feet in there. And the Boeing, with all of its technology, will just do it the minute we cross top of descent. Yeah, it's super weird for us going to London, because like, we've got the Uber app and it's like, oh my God, you press a button and a car arrives, like moments later. Very strange when you've never had that option before. And like, some guy turns up on a bike with you at McDonald's. It's like, I almost felt bad for him. It's like, I'm really sorry that I made you come and deliver this for me because I was too lazy to do it myself. Probably just as well we can't get it, because I would probably use it all the time. You know, just like bop, 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 done. London did stress me out though. I was there for like a day and I was like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I love to visit London. Like, you know, it's fun wandering around and taking in the sights and all of that, you know, being a bit of a tourist. But after like day one, I was like, got to get me some green fields. I can't take this any longer. I should watch the new Aer Lingus documentary. Okay. Lived in London 45 years, moved to Wales, love it. Yep, I could relate to that. Yeah, it turns out I'm just very not into having loads of people around me. Lots of traffic, lots of sirens, lots of beeping, lots of everyone standing in your way, lots of everywhere you turn there's another human. Turns out I'm quite antisocial. Who knew? A flight simmer who likes to lock himself in his shed and fly flight sim. Who knew that I would be antisocial? Were you born in South London near Crystal Palace, Grumpy? My brother-in-law used to live in Crystal Palace. But he had to move because they did one of those compulsory purchases on their house. Like the council were like, we want to like redevelop the area, so we're buying it off you at market rate plus 10% or something. So they took all that money and buggered off out of London. And good for them. Now they live like kings and queens. Right, nearly there. But yeah, like 10, I think it's either 10 or 15% above market value they got, which on a house, any house in London, is pretty good going. Especially if you take that money and go to somewhere where it's a hell of a lot cheaper, because you take like London money plus more money and go somewhere else. Can't really be antisocial speaking to 60 plus people at a time. I don't know. It's different. This is very, very different. Because A, I can choose to ignore you. if someone's ignoring me, I can either A, ban them or just ignore them. And it's kind of one way, which is a bit weird. I don't know what that says about me. How do I create your own livery? There's a video on the channel. Hi, real quick question. Is the Flight Sim Labs A321 Neo worth it? I haven't bought it because I feel like I'm well enough taken care of with the Phoenix. But no hate to anyone that buys it. Just, I don't really feel like it's for me. Yeah, Keyboard Social isn't the same. It's very different. Selling my 2-bedroom flat in West London as we speak, then you're out to the sticks. Awesome, Thomas. You should get, what, 8 to 10 million for a 2-bed flat in London? Get yourself out to the sticks, you can buy a whole farm with that. I remember when my brother-in-law was in London, before they bought the house, they were renting, and they told me what their rent was, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, really? Like, really? Couldn't believe it. I was so naive at the time. So naive. And I probably shouldn't have followed up with, but it's rubbish here. Why would you... No, what do you mean it's rubbish? I was like, well, look at it. I wouldn't pay that much for this. What's the matter with you? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that in hindsight. Because I'd be asking for a discount. Right, we need to do a bit of work. 431, so we'll go 450. And we'll do our landing en route. Stuff. Runway 31. Import the weather. 1012. Let's go auto brakes 3 this time. You'll find that buyer eventually, Thomas. Yeah, London's crazy. Can't believe how naive I was, though. Thinking, I honestly thought like London would be cheaper because I thought, well, there's so many properties in London, like the competition must be so high, like bound to be really cheap rent prices. It's like, nope. Only 25 likes for this evening's content. To be fair, I haven't really been reminding people. Yeah, I think probably Grumpy, yeah. Probably. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody, if you haven't already. Because I've been very bad and I haven't been plugging it. Because when you hit the like button, that tells YouTube to show the stream to more people. It means more like-minded simmers can find us. Malta traffic, out 449 Delta, descending through flight level 290 from 360. We're going direct to... Standby. Direct to Kekor from Lorid for the 3-1 arrival into Malta. Daughter paid 350k for a 1-bedroom flat. Whoa. I mean, any which way you slice it, that's a lot of money, isn't it? Like, how does anyone afford to do anything? That's a crazy amount of money, isn't it? I mean, you'd be talking like family home money out in the sticks for that. You know, 3 beds and a garage and a garden. Sorry, Ryan, garage. You know. Flat. Bloody hell. I mean, we had a friend who moved to London and she came back telling us all about it. And she's like, I get paid loads more money, but like, I don't get to keep loads more money, if that makes sense. Like it all goes. How you doing, Mike? Hope PMDG releases 737 for Flight Sim 2024 soon. Been waiting forever. Yeah. Let them take their time. Don't rush them. Let them do their thing. Because we've all seen what happens when things get rushed. And we don't like that either, do we? So you can't have it both ways. 570k for a 2-bed. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe how silly I was thinking that because there's loads of properties, then prices must be low. I hadn't considered the demand on those properties puts the prices up. Have I ever gone plane spotting? No. Yeah, do what Mike says, everybody. Smash a like button. We want Grumpy to cheer Boeing. Right. The ILS frequency is 110.5. Let's get that tuned, because it's already in standby, which is handy, because it defaults to that. The course is 312. Resync the heading bug. 218. We're going to go with flaps 30 landing, so 139 plus 5, 144 VREF. And the minimums are 431. If we have a go around, we have a go around. Oh, Tony, nightmare earlier. We had a crash to desktop. Why do I prefer 2020 over 2024? I don't prefer it. Just wanted to fly the 737, that's all. Oh, look out. Grumpy's getting triggered by the fact I'm tuning things. Yeah, good call, Thomas. Went to Heathrow for your birthday. Nice. Yeah, it'd be cool to do a bit of plane spotting. I don't know what my family would think about it, mind. Like, why are we here? Because it's really cool. No, it's not. We want to go home. No. Okay, missed approach is 3,000 feet and continue as directed. Does my virtual airline operate the 777-200ER? I think so. I mean, if not, I can lease one. It's not a problem. The iFly 737 MAX can auto-tune, can it, like a bus? That's the way, Oscar. Why are we descending so slowly? That's why. My speed. I set a manual speed, wasn't it? Do altitude hold for a moment. Really well, Chelsea. Mostly owing to the VRAM. There'll be more. There's a video on the channel actually, where I compare the 4080 and the XTX. Right, let's get some lights on.
Traffic, Air North 328 Foxtrot, descending through flight level 110 for 2000, and we are steering direct to Rulov, Malta traffic.
Ryanair 232, Air Not 449 Delta, happy to vector out to the east to get us out of your way if you want to go first.
No, it's okay, I'm already slowing down to create a space. You can go ahead, Air North 32.
Okay, Roger, we'll go ahead, Air Not 449 Delta, thanks.
No problem.
Malta traffic, Air Not 449 Delta, speed 225 knots, inbound Kekor, 10 miles to run, 8,000 feet.
Malta traffic, Air North 328 Foxtrot, staying to 200 knots, Malta traffic.
Twice in a day, Rob, indeed. I've got unfinished business here at Malta because we had a crash to desktop earlier and it all went wrong. Very sad. I got a decel point coming up. Right, what was the frequency for ground? 1216.
Heading 200.
1.6. Oh, yeah, it sucks, Sam. Nothing you can do. Sometimes, like, it's just one of those things. There's really not a lot you can do about it. Okay, QNH 1012, double check that we're still correct. Yes, we are.
Delta, if you want to go ahead on the ILS, I'm going to vector myself out to lose a bit more altitude.
Yeah, Roger, Air Not 449, we will join the ILS in a moment, thanks. Everyone's been so well behaved today. No idea, Tony.
We're now flown to 180 knots, Malta traffic.
Ryanair 232, fly heading 210 degrees.
Right. Should we go to Yoke Cam? Got my knees out again tonight. Sorry, Grumpy. Got really hot earlier in my jeans, so I went to short mode. Okay, let's arm the brakes. Okay, I'm going to take control of the speed now.
Ryanair 232, heading 180.
And Air 449 Delta turning onto the ILS for 31 Malta traffic. There we go. Get some flaps on the go, shall we? We'll probably need those speed brakes again. To be honest, Ryan, I'd have agreed with you very, very recently, but I've kind of got a bit of a taste for shorts recently. Don't ask me why. Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta will be 160 till 5. Right, don't float it like I did last time. I gave it a bit too much welly on the throttles, and as a result, it kind of felt like I was riding a bubble. Like the bubble wouldn't let me go lower. Alright, we are established on the ILS. Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta established on the ILS for runway 31 on an 8-mile final. Malta traffic. Am I going to do long hauls one time? Oh, I hope not. How you doing, Alex? Okay, let's get gear down. Okay, 144 is set. Speed brakes away. Flaps 30. Arm the speed brakes. Auto brakes 3 is set. Flaps are full. Landing gear is down. Lights are on. Engines in continuous. Course is set. Speed is set. Go around altitude is set. All that's left for me to do now is hopefully not have a go around again. Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta on a 4-mile final for runway 31, Malta traffic.
Malta traffic, Air 328 Foxtrot, turning base for runway 31, Malta traffic.
No floaties indeed. My plane. This is what happened last time. I think it might be the ground, getting like a ground lift effect as you
Malta
come in, you know.
traffic, Air 328 Foxtrot established on the glide, runway 31, 11 mile final.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
3 reds is good.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh no, have I floated it? I have. Let's go around. Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta going around. Gear up.
Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear.
Yep, gear's going up, buddy.
Too low. Gear.
Get that auto throttle armed again, shall we? Done it again! Alright, 3,000 feet. Auto throttle armed. Let's go 220. Oh, dearie me. That was a bit of a floater there, wasn't it? I could feel it. As soon as I did it, I was like, oh, you idiot, you've done it again. Right, what are the others doing? How can I not be in there?
Malta traffic, right, correction, Air 328 Foxtrot, 3 mile, short final, runway 31, Malta traffic.
Okay, let's go heading select.
And by the way, guys, ground has come online.
Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta, turning, heading 045. 3,000 feet, speed 230. Malta traffic. My VREF was 144. Uh-oh. Never mind. Should have just Ryanaired it. Yeah, 144 was what it should have been. I was coming in a bit fast. Aren't you supposed to do +5 though? Because here, VREF, it's got 143. And it wanted us on 138, so it's dropped a knot now.
Roger. So that's the sound approach. Air 238.
You are, but the winds are low. Yeah, I suppose. Maybe you got a point. Right, we're going to get to Malta if it kills us. Now this is where it crashed last time, so I'm a little bit concerned that that might happen again. Alright, arrival 3-1, Echo. Oh. It's all good fun, this, isn't it? So we might be able to get some views of people landing. Yeah, this is where it crashed to desktop last time.
Malta traffic, Air 0328 Foxtrot vacated, runway 31, Malta traffic.
Absolutely grumpy. Couldn't agree more. Best not to chance it. Good old Ryanair 232.
Traffic, Air 023 Echoes on 10 mile final for runway 31.
No, I mean, I should go around more, to be honest. I need to practice them. Like, I still feel like I'm never entirely sure what to do for the best go around possible, particularly in the 737, other than floor it and just point up and then sort your flaps up as you go, and obviously put the gear up. Yeah, I think as simmers we do sometimes get a little bit like, we shame ourselves with a go around, but we absolutely shouldn't. We should do it wherever possible. There's one. Marius, we're going into Malta.
Malta traffic on VOR for ILS runway 31 Malta traffic.
John, if you want to learn the 737 from PMDG, that is the cheapest way to do it, is get the 600. The 800's more money, but you do get a freighter and a business jet, if that's your thing as well. So pressure's on now. Can't have two go arounds, surely. Yeah, I just pulled back on that yoke. As soon as I pulled back too much, I was like, God, you idiot, why did you do that? Shouldn't have done that. Okay, Ryanair is on the approach as well. Yeah, I guess the 800 was the one that I wanted, only because it's the one that I always go on when I go on holiday, pretty much. Right, where's Ryanair? I feel like Malta's going to be one of these places that we talk about forever now. Like the curse of Malta. Yeah, I could maybe have waited that one out, but I could feel us drifting as well. You sort of go into that limbo state, don't you, where you just sort of float and then the wind pushes you to one side and it's like, no, I don't like that. Just commit to a go around at that point. Well, where's Ryanair? Yeah, add it to the list, Grumpy. The ever-growing list of places that I've made a horse's ass of myself at. Right, let's go direct to Sudox now, shall we? Malta traffic, Air 0449 Delta, going direct Sudox to pick up the ILS 431. Do I prefer the 73 or the A320? I like to fly both. I haven't flown the 73 in a long time. That's probably why we're making such a mess of it.
Ryanair 232 on 9 miles for ILS runway 31.
Oh, I've done it again. Okay, speed 220. I'm going to do an approach speed of 140 this time.
Malta traffic, Ryanair 232 on glide slope for ILS 31, Malta traffic.
Will New Sky dock you for a go-around? What the heck is the plane doing now? Oh, I see. It's going to take us left, presumably. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, let's go flaps 5. My alternate? That's a good question. LICB. Wherever the hell that is. I haven't even looked. How you doing, Liz? Okay, let's arm that approach. Again. Right. Everyone pay attention now, okay? Let's go speed 180. And Malta traffic Air 449 Delta on the ILS again for runway 31, speed 180, 11 miles to run. Plan to do a flight from Europe to North America. Yeah, we're probably going to do it in bits though. Alright. 10 miles, 160 until 5. There you go. Capture the glide. Gear down.
Malta traffic, Ryanair 232 vacating runway 31, Malta traffic.
There's another conga line. Where are they? Oh my word. I better get out of their way. Who is it? Oh, I've got to land it this time then. Yeah, we just need to get down now, I think. Because I need to go in. I've had enough. Time for bed, nearly. Malta traffic, Air 449 Delta on a 6-mile final, slowing now to final approach speed 140 knots, runway 31, Malta traffic. Oh, didn't want to do that. There we go. Speed brake armed. Right, here we go again. Hurry before the sim decides to crash. Oh, don't. Just don't. Just don't even. Malta traffic, Air Not 449 Delta on a 4-mile final, runway 31, Malta traffic. So it was just as we got above the ground, I kind of felt this like weird ground lift effect last time. I don't know whether that's like a thermals thing or what. I could definitely feel it. Happy's in the ILS having a slight disagreement. What's new there?
Approaching minimums.
A bit low it felt.
200. Minimums.
Continue. F it. Just got to land it.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ouch. New Sky's not going to be happy about that. Still, 79 feet per minute. Woohoo! I'll take that. Ugh. Keep her rolling, keep her rolling, keep her rolling. Oh, that's a shame. Don't know why I drifted to the right. Never mind, right. Malta ground, and Air Not 449 Delta, it's vacated, runway 31.
Air Not 449 Delta, look around the chow taxi to gate number 1 via Echo Whiskey.
Gate number 1 via Echo Whiskey, Air Not 449 Delta, thanks. Where the hell am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Okay, it's to the right, I think. Ground, just confirming we got to turn right to head to stand number 1.
Correct, stand number 1 is Whiskey, and we straight ahead on Whiskey.
Amazing, appreciate it, thanks. Air Not 449 Delta.
No worries.
Right, APU on. Oh, we're going to get dinged for that landing. Still, it's done now. We can forget about it. Oh, there's everyone else. Look, everyone else has landed except for me. Yeah, New Sky's going to kill me for that off-center landing, I reckon. Oh, never mind. Go. Cheers for the follow. This is me. That's me there, isn't it? Stand number 1.
Ryanair 24 Tango, the first ATC, monitored unit, come to the destination, arrivederci, flight.
Oh, sorry, whoever that was. Thank you for the follow. Abood.
Ryanair 24 Whiskey Tango. Thank you very much to Layla time back. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Oh, we finally made it to Malta. Thanks for waiting, guys. Yeah, New Sky's not going to be happy with that landing. I just had to get it down. I can't do another go around. It's 10:30. I need to go to bed, really. Or rather, I need to drink wine before I go to bed. Then I'm going to bed. Right. Good Lord. What a mess. Must get better in the 737. We've been doing too much Airbus, haven't we? Okay, let's take power from the APU. And turn off these. And let's turn off those engines. Oh man, if I fail this, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We're 5 meters off the centre line, just over a metre, 9.84. That's all right. I'll take that. That's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. We made it. Oh, I feel glad that we did that. I feel glad that we did that because I was a bit grumpy earlier about the crash the desktop. That's all right. Yeah. Practice required in the 7.3. A pass is a pass, as Grumpy says. Quite right too. And we made 11 grand for the VA as well, while we're at it. Still, 79 feet per minute, just saying, you know. That's pretty good going, 79 feet per minute. That was alright. Right in the touchdown zone. Average centerline deviation was only 2.4 meters, so it wasn't too bad. Live weather was on, just live time wasn't on. So the time is rolled back, but the weather is still current. But yeah, we finally made it. Finally made it to Malta. That was a long old day, that, to get to Malta, really, wasn't it? But never mind. Forgot to ask last night, but is VATSIM free? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No worries, Oscar. Thanks, mate. No frame gen currently, and we're getting 60 FPS on the ground connected to VATSIM. It's pretty damn good, I would say. Yeah, download New Sky and apply to join the airline if you want to. I've set it to auto-approve people as long as you got a score over 8. I didn't realise it could do that. But there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Damn, dude. Didn't even know there was a stream mode I got onto control. Oh, are you ground? Nice. If you are, thank you for the control. And sorry I got a bit lost there. I got really confused looking at the charts. I started looking... I'll show you what I did. I started looking up here. That's what confused me. I was like, what? Awesome. Oh, thanks for jumping on. That's amazing. Thank you for that. You've got a load coming in as well, I think, haven't you? Looking at... Yeah, you've got a conga line coming your way, so you're going to be busy in a minute. But thank you very much for the ATC. Appreciate that. And I am going to head in now. I'm just so glad we've... I mean, it wasn't a great landing. It wasn't a great landing. I was off centre line. But we passed. We can now move on. And continue. Our next flight will be up to Rome. Up this way, I believe. Yeah, Lerf. And we'll continue the European tour that we are currently on. Thanks again to Grumpy for setting that all up. But yeah, thanks for jumping on. Dude, that was really cool. Thanks for jumping on control. Really appreciate that. Right, guys. It's late. I'm tired. And there's a bottle of red wine in the house. So... I think there's only really one way this can go. So I will end the stream here. I won't be live tomorrow because I've got a video to make, but get subbed so you don't miss it. Jamie, cheers for the follow. Until next time, though, you'll look after yourselves, and I will see you, hopefully all being well, on Thursday. Catch you later. Cheers.